Today, let's talk about something that every creator, entrepreneur, and brand is painfully aware of: the magical and elusive engagement. It's the holy grail for algorithms, and it's kind of become the metric for anyone who's putting content out there online. And of course, I agree, engagement is super important. But I also think that we are completely missing the point. We've started to treat engagement like a number, something to check off the list. But engagement is actually much more than just a stat on your dashboard. It's essentially about building real, meaningful connections that will naturally grow your brand and your business. So today we're going to look at 4 tips with action steps to help you grow your engagement in an authentic and human way, and in a way that grows your bottom line too. So let's start with what engagement actually means. For most people, they think of it these days as likes, comments, or shares. And yes, those matter. They, after all, help the algorithm decide if your content gets shown to more people. But when we treat engagement as just a number, we strip it of what actually makes it powerful. In that case, it just becomes an empty metric. The dictionary definition says that engagement is the act of engaging or being engaged or involved. And here's where the shift needs to happen. Engagement is about connection, and it's an active state. It's not about people just consuming your content. It's about them taking action. It's about building trust and people becoming invested in what you're doing or offering. So tip number 1 is simple. Shift your mindset. Engagement isn't just about getting people to hit like. It's about why they're hitting like. Are they connecting with your message? Do they feel something when they watch your content? When you think about engagement this way, it becomes less about just creating things to tick boxes and more about building relationships. And this is why social media companies now use shares as a better way of evaluating engagement. Because if your content prompts action, especially action that involves people becoming advocates for your content and sharing it with other people, well, then they know that it's real engagement. And that kind of engagement is valuable. Now, why is this important for you as a creator or a business owner anyway? Well, likes and follows might give you a nice little dopamine hit, but they don't necessarily translate into sales or growth. But what can truly drive your brand forward is loyalty. The kind of loyal engagement that builds trust and a community of people who support you, and most importantly, are willing to put their money where their mouth is. So instead of focusing on just racking up numbers, focus on creating relationships. Real, true engagement means someone feels connected to you and your brand. And that way they're more likely to support your business, to share your work, and to stick around long term. At the end of the day, organic growth and brand loyalty are the most powerful ways to build a sustainable business. So tip number 2 is to focus on building trust. And that trust starts when people feel like you understand them. So ask yourself, how does your content make people feel? Does it add value to their life? Does it make them feel heard? Does it show them that you actually care? Most people chase engagement like it's just a number to reach. But what if we treated it like a conversation? So real engagement isn't just someone clicking like. It's when they leave a thoughtful comment, or they send you a DM, or they share your post because it resonated with them. The key is to create content that invites conversation. Instead of aiming for surface-level interactions and the clicking of icons, focus on sparking a connection or a discussion. So tip number 3 is to engage with intention. I know it's tempting to just move on after you post. Gods know that to-do list isn't going to get any shorter. But try and carve out time to reply to comments, to answer questions, and to start a bit of a conversation. Show that you value their engagement, and they will reciprocate. So let's get a little more practical. On a day-to-day basis, how do you actually create content that fosters relationships and not just metrics? Well, here are some tips to get you started. Number 1, use storytelling. People don't connect with products or services. They connect with people and stories. Whether it's a story about your journey or a customer's transformation, weaving in storytelling makes your content more relatable and more human. So your action step is in the next post or video that you put out, Share a personal story that connects to what you offer. It doesn't have to be a major life event, just something real and authentic that helps people understand why you do what you do. Number 2, we've talked about respond and react. Take a few minutes every day to just reply to comments and DMs. Even if it's just a quick acknowledgement or a thank you, it goes a long way in making someone feel valued. So your action step is really simple. Get your calendar and set aside just 10 to 15 minutes after posting to engage with your audience. Reply to as many comments as possible while your content is fresh and while the conversations are active. Number 3, focus on the human, not the number. Instead of asking how many likes can I get, ask how can I add value to someone's life with this content? How can I use this to make them feel seen? And your action step here is to just, before you create your next piece of content, ask yourself, what's the main takeaway I want people to get from this? Is it informative? Is it inspirational or entertaining? Does it connect with what they're going through? And number 4 is to ask for input. Get your audience involved in the process. So polls, Q&A sessions, and even feedback requests make people feel included and appreciated. Plus, we often make assumptions about our audience without real facts to back it up. So it can only help you to get a better understanding and deeper insights into your audience and what they need. So for your action step, in the next story that you run a poll and ask questions that's relevant to your content. It could be as simple as, what do you want to learn next from me? Or even, how can I help you with X? When people feel heard and taken into consideration, they're more likely to start and keep engaging and stick around. At the end of the day, building relationships isn't just about making people feel good. It's actually a really smart strategy for growth. And listen, we've all got to pay the bills, right? So the money's got to come in somehow. When your audience connects with you on a deeper level, they're more likely to recommend you, to share your content, and also to stay loyal to your brand and your offerings. And that kind of relationship-based engagement leads to organic growth, which means less reliance on a constant stream of new leads you have to find, and more referrals from your existing audience. And people trust recommendations from friends far more than they trust advertising. So that's exactly what you want to tap into. So here's the big takeaway. Don't focus on the metric. Focus on the people. The numbers will follow if you're creating real value, showing empathy, and building trust. So tip number 4 is super simple, but not always easy. Reframe how you approach engagement in your content. Treat every comment, every like, or every DM as a step towards building a relationship. I genuinely believe that when you put people first, the numbers take care of themselves. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you'll know I am a big believer that being authentic and human in your marketing is not just possible, but is essential to cut through the noise. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, head to the link on the screen and you can sign up for my free weekly newsletter, which is packed with design tips, Canva tutorials, and insights to help you grow your brand and your business. And also, I have some great new templates and some free resources launching soon, so make sure you're on that list. That's it from me, you lovely folks. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you soon. Later, creators.